Imagine standing on a boat, crossing a vast ocean. For weeks, you've been surrounded by nothing but water. But then, as the mist clears, you see it, a giant figure emerging on the horizon. Her torch shines bright, her gaze steady. Statue of Liberty. But what if I told you the story behind this iconic figure is much darker and more mysterious than you ever imagined? Today, we dive deep into the history behind one of the world's most powerful symbols. A symbol of freedom, yes, but also a story of struggle, revolution, and the fragile bond between nations. This is the untold story of the Statue of Liberty. In the 1860s, a world-changing idea began to take shape. A French sculptor named Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi, while traveling in America, gazed out over the waters of New York Harbor. What he saw was a perfect opportunity, a chance to give a gift to the United States that would symbolize their newly born ideals of liberty. But Bartholdi's vision wasn't as simple as a statue. No, he imagined something far grander, a figure that would loom large over the waters and greet the millions of immigrants arriving on American shores. The idea was bold, but how would it be possible? How could such a colossal statue be built, let alone transported across an ocean? Behind Bartholdi's vision was a surprising partnership. While Bartholdi crafted the design, it was the genius of Gustave Eiffel. Yes, the very same Eiffel Tower engineer who would be the one to bring this grand vision to life. Eiffel's engineering brilliance would become the statue's secret weapon, allowing it to stand tall against fierce winds and storms. It was a partnership of art and science, one that would soon change the course of history. But not everything was smooth sailing. Both nations, France and the United States, faced incredible challenges in funding the project. For years, the statue's creation was nearly abandoned, overshadowed by wars and political struggles. Could they actually pull it off? Finally, in 1885, after more than a decade of work, the statue's pieces were ready to be shipped. Hundreds of pieces, each carefully packed into wooden crates, were sent across the Atlantic Ocean. But that wasn't the end of the story. What awaited them in America was a daunting task. The statue had to be assembled on Liberty Island, piece by piece, without the world noticing the monumental challenges that lay ahead. More than 200 crates, each containing a vital piece of the statue, arriving in the bustling New York harbor. Workers, some skilled, others not, were tasked with reassembling what had taken years to build. Could they succeed? Would Lady Liberty even stand once all the pieces were in place? It took months to assemble, and as the final pieces clicked into place, the world held its breath. The day of the unveiling arrived, but there was a hidden truth. This grand symbol was about to be revealed in the middle of a world in crisis. The year was 1886, and the United States was not yet the superpower we know today. The country was still recovering from a bloody civil war, and the world was on the brink of change. Yet on that day, as the statue's final pieces were revealed to the public, the message was clear. Despite the chaos, despite the struggles, Liberty was a force that could not be contained. Lady Liberty wasn't just a statue, she was a symbol. But what did she truly represent? Her torch, high in the air, was not just for show. It was a guiding light to the millions who came seeking refuge. Her broken chains at her feet, they weren't just a design feature, they were a message of freedom from oppression, freedom from tyranny. And her crown, with 7 rays, each ray represented a different continent, a global beacon for freedom, equality, and hope. But the story doesn't end there. The statue was not only a symbol for the United States, it became a symbol for the world. For every immigrant who passed through Ellis Island, Lady Liberty was the first glimpse of hope they saw. Over the years, Lady Liberty has faced trials. She has withstood storms, acts of terrorism, and the march of time itself. Each challenge tested her endurance, but she stood tall, unwavering. Yet even the mightiest symbols can be tested. And in the 20th century, Lady Liberty faced her most unexpected trial. In the aftermath of the September 11th attacks, the world watched as the Statue of Liberty was closed off to the public. She was damaged, but her spirit remained unbroken. The very symbol of resilience, standing even when the world seemed to crumble. Today, the Statue of Liberty stands not just as a monument to America, but as a global symbol of freedom, hope, and the unwavering belief that no matter how dark the world becomes, liberty can still shine through. She still stands, guarding New York Harbor, as a reminder of what we must never take for granted: freedom, equality, and the courage to stand against tyranny. But her story is far from over. The Statue of Liberty is more than just a symbol. It's a story of triumph, struggle, and hope. A story of two nations coming together, defying the odds to create something greater than themselves. And as long as she stands, the story of Lady Liberty will continue, reminding us that liberty is not just something to be admired, it's something to be fought for. Thank you for watching. If you want to learn more untold stories from history, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, sometimes the greatest symbols hide the darkest secrets. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next story.